I just wanted to explain a little bit more about this gallery piece because I don't think I did a good job explaining it, but also it's a little bit hard to explain through captions. So this was a very personal project and I really wanted it to be personal, but also capture universal feelings that other people could relate to as well, because I know that my experience isn't unique and a lot of people struggle with the same things. So I wanted it to be an encouragement almost to help people explore maybe some of their childhood wounds in a really gentle way. And so at first I only had pictures of my adult self, and then I realized that it would be so much more impactful to have actual younger photos of me. And I actually got really emotional doing this, and it was definitely very healing and very confronting at the same time. And the idea behind the gallery piece was that on the day at the market, people could buy prints and write their own message and then attach it to the gallery piece. So then it would be this whole interactive. That was my vision for it. It would be a very interactive gallery piece filled with different people's messages to their younger self. The prints that I was selling were obviously not photos of me, but more generic kind of photography, just like clouds and plants and stuff like that. And yeah, I really envisioned this to be an interactive kind of anonymous healing piece. But unfortunately, the execution of the gallery piece was a little bit difficult because I didn't really have a good place to put the prints. And so I think it wasn't very clear or obvious to people that it was an interactive piece. And yeah, it just wasn't very obvious. And even if you did see that there were prints, it was really difficult to buy it because it was just a very crowded market and it definitely wasn't easy for people to participate. So I feel like I learnt a lot from this market and I would do things differently next time. But I still feel like it's got potential, this project. And so originally I had always planned to do a zine filled with scans of people's prints and messages. And I did get a couple of people submitting their messages, but I think I want to, expand and continue my vision. So I want to open it up to kind of anyone on the internet around the world. And what I'm going to do is eventually I want to get people to submit their own handwritten letters and messages to their younger self as well and create a zine out of this. I think it would just be so beautiful to have everyone's anonymous, maybe not so anonymous messages in this zine just centered around healing and just communicating to your younger self. And again, it is confronting, but I did really intend this to be a very gentle healing exercise as a way to really appreciate how far you have come on your healing journey. And so if this is something that you would be interested in being a part of, keep an eye out on my Instagram and my YouTube possibly. I have no idea what the timeline for this is, but just know that I am working on this and hopefully we'll have something a little bit more official so that you are able to submit your own messages. It would be such an honor if you're willing to be a part of the project and to submit your own words too. But that was my gallery piece centered around kind of healing your childhood wounds. And it was very personal, very vulnerable and scary to share. But at the same time, I'm grateful to be able to share it to help others maybe feel a little bit less alone. So that's all from me. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the vlog. Bye.